Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so we're gonna switch it up, talking about this cruiserweight fight. Technically, man, the fight's not over with. It's the 11th round, but I'm pretty sure unless Gassiev can pull out a left hook out of nowhere or a big power shot, he is getting dominated in this fight. Now, a lot of people were picking Usyk to win the fight. Paper looked like a 50-50 type of fight, but pretty much what's going on right now is what a lot of us thought would happen. Gassiev's come out with the high guard. He's going to come forward, be aggressive, and he's going to try to wait for the perfect opportunities to throw punches. You know what I'm saying? And Usyk is just peppering him with combinations. He's moving. Uh, it almost seems as if Usyk can turn up the heat right now, is going into the 12th round now. But I thought a few rounds ago, if he would have turned up the heat by going to Gassiev's body, he could possibly, try to get a stoppage going into the 12th. But unless something crazy happened on these scorecards, like I said, the fight's not over with. But unless something crazy happened on these scorecards, this is easy work. I got warmed up this morning, man. I watched Holyfield versus De Leon when he went undisputed. I watched that one. And then I watched a fight I haven't watched in a long time, man. Oneil Bell versus Mormek when he stopped him. Oneil Bell became undisputed. All right, now that was in the three belt era where you needed just a lot of fans are confused by this. I haven't seen fans say David Hay was the last undisputed cruiserweight champ. I'm like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. But that was the three belt era. Now we're in the four belt era, since 2007 when you need the WBO as well to be undisputed. All right, so it's the 12th round right now. Usyk putting up a nice tight high guard, and Usyk does what a lot of the heavyweights. I know this is cruiserweight, but he does what a lot of the heavyweights in the '80s used to do, man. He throws five, six, and sevens. What I mean by that is five, six, seven punch combinations. Gassiev is fighting like a today's heavyweight, where a lot of guys, the big, tall European guy, European style, where you just jab, straight right hand. He's throwing ones and out. Okay, he's trying to turn over on some right hands right now. Usyk catching him with good hooks. Then he's throwing shots. And the one thing about Usyk is he picks his spots, man. He's not going to throw every shot to knock you out. Like right now, he just threw like a 5-6 punch combination down the middle, turn. Not putting much on it. Then he goes with the hooks. Oh, they're out there working on something. That's about to be loud. But this is just easy work, man. This is like sparring. This looks like sparring, man. Gassiev just putting up the high. He's trying to find a home for that right hand, but it's so predictable what he's trying to do. Jab, right hand, put up the high guard. Jab, right hand, put up the high guard. This is just easy work. Easy work. And I knew both of these guys would not be intimidated by the other guy's power. Usyk is a guy, if you guys that don't know, he actually had Vladimir in his camp for this fight. I believe he had Wojcik in his camp as well, getting ready for this fight with Gassiev. So he sparred Vladimir a lot of times. We know that Gassiev has been in camps with Areola. He's actually been in Deontay Wilder training camps. So these guys were not going to be intimidated by each other's power or nothing like that. But yeah, Gassiev is coming forward, getting peppered. Pretty much it. Coming forward, getting peppered. And he's trying to, he needs to be set to punch. That's what I was saying for my prediction for the video. If you look at the fight like Isaiah, when he fought Isaiah Thomas, I know it was a weird stoppage. Even when he put Jordan Schimmel in a damn near coma, those guys were having success. And the success they were having is when they were just getting their shots off, moving, and making Gassiev miss. Lebedev was having some success as well. So yeah, right now Gassiev is he's getting desperate. He's trying to throw wild left hooks to the body or right hands to the body. He's just walking forward, getting peppered. Usyk's moving. He's throwing punches down the middle. He's throwing around the guard, and then he's moving, and then he's ducking out. I mean, it's just easy work, man. Easy work. If anything, Usyk starting to. He's peppering him right now. Now he's doing the Ali shuffle. Usyk, he's moving around a little bit. Fight's over. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Easy work. Now, obviously I can't, we'll have to wait for the articles to come out, things like that, because I can't understand when they do this little post-fight interview what his plans are, as far as will he go up to heavyweight? Will he try to defend his undisputed crown? Usyk know he won too. This was just easy, man. But I knew it had a chance. A lot of us did, not just me, but we knew it had a chance of getting like this just based on their styles. You know what I mean? Gassiev wants you to mix it up with them. Usyk will mix it up with you, but unlike guys like Dorticos and some of these other guys, Lebedev, some of these other guys like that, uh, Usyk can move. He has really good defense, and he has an underrated chin. You know what I mean? People felt as if like as soon as Gassiev lands something significant, he gonna knock Usyk out. I really didn't see it that way. You know what I mean? Usyk is a guy that dominated in the World Series of boxing, fighting guys, Joe Joyce and Matteo Modugno and Junior Fa. All these guys are 6'6", 6'7", 240, 50 pounds, man. So he wasn't gonna be intimidated by that at all. You know what I mean? This dude was a world-class amateur fighter coming up. Gassiev just tried to wait, man. He tried to, he needs to be set to punch. He doesn't punch in combinations a lot unless he has you right in front of him or trapped against the ropes. Usually he's looking for single shots. A single shot guy, and it's one thing to be a single shot guy when you're long and rangy. Although Gassiev, they list him at 6'3" and a half. Every picture I've seen of these guys, and they list Usyk at 6'3". Every picture I've seen of them guys standing face to face, Usyk always looked like he was a little bit taller. Sometimes pictures can be misleading. One guy may have on damn Timberland boots, the other dude may have on sandals, or one guy may be barefoot, other guy might have on his tennis shoes. So, but every picture I've seen of these guys, and even when they're in the ring, look like Usyk is the taller guy, and he has a longer reach on paper, about a few inches. Uh, Gassiev, although he's a tall cruiser, he doesn't enjoy a freakishly long reach advantage. It's not like he's one of these dudes with an 80-inch reach advantage, 81, 82. Nah, he has pretty short arms for a guy his height. And he wasn't working off the jab. He just wanted to come forward, get you in range. Hopefully you're set, then he can throw his punches. Usyk is way too smart for that. And if you are a guy that like to throw single shots, you better be able to enjoy a reach advantage over him to where you can line him up and play sniper and use your jab and keep him at bay. But if you are a short arm fighter trying to just throw hooks and uppercuts and that's your game plan to come forward to high guard, Usyk's going to box circles, squares, triangles around you, man. See what y'all talking about in the chat. Marvin Gardens, I appreciate that super chat, man. Appreciate it. Al, I don't know who this Al Heyman dude is, man. I'm thinking you got another page and you just use this as your troll account, but he says leftovers fighting leftovers. And I get what you're talking about from the video I made the other day. Lawrence Williams was good, brother. Always good to see you in the chat, man. You need to start making videos, man, and stop playing. All that damn knowledge you got, man. All that knowledge you got, bro. You got a YouTube page, start making videos at least. But he says, reminds me of Lomo versus Walters. Yeah, he just, man, it almost looked like Gassiev was stuck in mud, man. Chris Smalley says there could be dodgy scorecards though. Yeah, let's wait. For those of you joining, the fight's not over with. At least what I'm watching. I'm watching this fight on TV Boo Spore on YouTube. TIVIBUSPOR. I'm watching their YouTube page. It's in a different language. I don't understand what they're talking about, but don't need to understand. I can see with my eyes, man, and it looked like he got dominated. I don't think he even won a round. Maybe one, probably. I don't even know. Al Heyman says, Mr. Boxing, do you see Usyk at heavyweight? Yeah. Yep. I think, and I've been saying this for a while, y'all. I came out with a video I believe it was December 2015. And I was saying then, like, hey, man, watch out for this Usyk dude, man. And this was a video I came out in 2015. And I actually put it under my heavyweight prospect watch, although I know he's a cruiser, but I put it under my heavyweight prospect watch. Because the guys, it's not like Usyk is some 22-year-old. The dude's in his 30s, and you're going to, you gain weight as you get older. And I think he can carry the weight. And whenever you can make guys miss and you have They about to announce the winner. When you have good defense, you can make guys miss. You has fast hands and a decent chin. With the experience that he has, you're gonna have a chance. So fast forward 3 years later, yep, Usyk won. Gassiev's clapping too. He know that he got outclassed, man. There you have it. The third undisputed, undefeated. So he's the second undefeated cruiserweight champion, but he is the third undisputed cruiserweight champion in the history of that division. All right, Evander Holyfield, Oneil Bell, and now let's make room for Alexander Usyk. And Usyk can also claim being the first undisputed cruiserweight champion in the four belt era. All right, so the third cruiserweight undisputed champion, man. Oh, I see Nikolai Valuev in the background, the old 7 foot heavyweight that never fought the Klitschko's. He didn't want to fight the Klitschko's because he didn't want to get in the contract. They tried to put up a contract with him where if he fought one of them and if he won, he would have to fight the other one. And he didn't want to do that, which I thought was odd because at that moment in time, it's like, dude, why wouldn't you want to fight the other two guys that are looked at as the best? Shit, beat them both, but I guess he didn't want that type of contract. But anyways, yeah, man. Evander Holyfield was the other undefeated, undisputed cruiserweight title holder. Now Usyk is the gets that claim to fame. He also gets this Ali trophy. Holyfield, Oneil Bell, and Usyk. History was made tonight, man. He made it look easy though. It wasn't epic. It wasn't shit. The Bell versus Mormick fight was pretty entertaining. It wasn't like that. It was just easy work, man. Hop back to the chat. But yeah, Al Hammond, when you saying, do I see him at heavyweight? Yeah, I think he has a good opportunity to beat guys like Parker and Dillian White. Like Usyk versus Derek Chisora, picking Usyk. Uh, Now, how will he fare against some of these other guys? You know, the top guys. I don't know, man. Wilder has that. Man, that dude's a sniper from the outside with that right hand, man. I can see Usyk winning rounds. Shit, if Arthur Spilka, in my opinion, and I've said this before, I thought Spilka was up in that fight going into the ninth round. I thought he was winning 4-3-1. I believe the judges had Wilder up though, but I had it 4-3-1 Spilka. Not that he was beating his ass, just I thought he was outpointing him, just having the better of the action. You know what I mean? Then Wilder caught up to him and put him to, gave him that NyQuil treatment, put him right to sleep. So I definitely think Usyk can win some rounds, but how will his legs react once he get hit on the chin? Joshua, upright fighter. If Takam and Parker's movement was giving them trouble, I'm damn sure Usyk's movement can give him trouble. It just turns into how will he react once them dudes start landing on him. Then what'll happen. But the thing is, you got to start landing on them first. It's not like he gonna just stand there and say, "Hey, hit me." And a lot of fans are saying, "Hey, man, Usyk likes to mix it up." That's why a lot of people are giving Gassiev a chance to win this fight because Usyk likes to mix it up. And like I was saying, like, yeah, he does, but he also knows how to move too. And he can gauge when, hey, I can stand in front of Michael Hunter and mix it up with him. You know what I mean? I can stand in front of Breedis and mix it up with him. He can kind of gauge that. You know what I mean? And I don't think he would try to do that with those guys. I think he'll try to fight them guys the way he was fighting Joe Joyce and all those other dudes. Junior Five, just make you miss, pepper you, make you miss, get you frustrated. And he has a pretty decent chin. But some of these dudes at the top, man, don't even need to land flush on you. Wilder can fuck around, knock you out with the cuff of his glove. You know what I mean? So, but it's gonna be interesting to see. I can't understand nothing he's saying, so I'll have to catch one of these articles. Oh, hold on. Okay. But I want to see what Usyk has to say, so I'll probably have to wait. This dude's talking in English. I don't know. Let me see. Give it a few minutes, y'all. There'll be some articles out, and it'll get translated to what he wants to do. He's talking to Gassiev right now. Hop back to the chat. Chris Molly says people don't understand three belt era. Yeah, man. It's really easy, y'all. If y'all don't understand like the two belt era, the three belt era, all you gotta do is just, I mean, you can go to Google and just type in the criteria for undisputed, and it let you know the years where you needed two belts, where you needed three belts, where you need four belts to become undisputed. I actually, there was a guy, he makes videos, and he said that and the videos out there, I left a comment like, bruh, this isn't true, but he even said that Lennox Lewis was never undisputed. He never won four. He never had all four of the straps. And I was just scratching my head like, wow, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that that Lennox fought Holyfield twice for undisputed. The WBO, you didn't need that yet. That wasn't until 2007. And yes, the WBO was around then. Should who had that strap first? Was it Francisco Damiani? And I know Ray Mercer beat Francisco Damiani for it. And I believe Ray Mercer vacated that belt to to fight. I think he got $1 million because the number one contender for his WBO strap when Ray Mercer had it was Michael Moore. So he vacated that strap and thought he was going to take an easy fight for $1 million against a guy by the name of Larry Holmes. He thought he was picking on the old guy. Larry Holmes went in there and showed him that old man strength. Took Ray Mercer to school. 57 people in the chat, only 24 thumbs up, 55 now. But man, y'all give me a thumbs up, man. K. Hogan says, easy does it for Usyk. Damn right. Ryan Oro says, best footwork I've seen from a big man in a long time. Nike Jake says, Mr. Boxing notification ruined the result for me. Ha, wanted to check it in the morning. You the man. No, I appreciate that, man. It's going to be all over, man. So unless you plan on staying off social media altogether, you know what I mean? But Cornwall 1888 saying Usyk's top 5 pound for pound. He definitely pound for pound, definitely. Whenever you go undisputed, man, I got to put you up there. You know what I mean? I got to put you up there because that to me lets me know that you didn't come up with. Now I know they're fighting in a tournament format, which makes it even more gravy to me to give you more respect. But all the belts were involved, and you didn't give me, and you didn't give us the fans an excuse as to why you don't want to strive for undisputed or why you don't want to be in the tournament. To me, you put it all on. He put it all on the line against the best that the division had to offer. And he got all the straps. There's nobody at cruiserweight that can call themselves champ. Nobody. Nobody. There's only one champ. There's not two champions, three champions. There's no title holders. There's one champ, and that's Usyk. Let me see if I can hear some of this English commentary. Y'all give me some. I'm trying to hear if you're gonna speak about what's next. Let me see. Marvin Garden says easy work. Jason Bourne says I had a 11-1 Usyk. What's your score? Boxing. Yeah, like 11-1. I don't think he even won that. HTM says, bro, he just gave you $10. No shout out. No, I gave Marvin Gardens a shout out, man. I appreciate that for the super chat. Appreciate the super chat as always, man. But I came out with a video last summer, y'all, where Usyk said he's gonna go up to heavyweight in 2 years. So that last summer, the summer before I came out that video. I think maybe it was the summer before I came out that vid. But the video's up. You guys type in Mr. Box today too. Usyk moving up to heavyweight, probably in the search box. And he's comparable in size to guys like Parker and some of these guys, man. Everybody isn't 6'8". People tend to think the whole division is 6'7". No, that's not true. There's a lot of guys that are 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Ajay Cabell's an up and comer. He's not that tall. Oscar Rivas isn't that tall. Compared to the, Tyson, people just look at Fury, Joshua, and Wilder and think all the heavyweights are like that. No, now there are a lot of them like that, but they're not all like that. And you don't necessarily have to be that, the super tall heavyweight to be successful. because some of the advantages that they have, they won't have some. They won't have the advantages that he has, which is his movement and the dude knows how to fight too, man. It's not all about just the heavyweight. It's weight divisions, not height divisions. You know what I mean? It's not. That's why it's weight division. So you can be fucking 7'2" if you want to. Let me see. For y'all, I see a few people just join, man. I'm trying to listen to this commentary in the ring right now. I'm trying to see if they talk about what he's going to do next. A lot of people want to know, is he going to go right up to heavyweight? I know he's mentioned and talked about it, but he's talking right now, so I just want to hear what he has to say.
İlk olarak bu maçtan sonra, zor maçtan sonra dinlenmeliyiz, ardından takımla oturacağız ve konuşacağız, karar vereceğiz. Bu noktada Tony Bellew bu bir başarıldığını öğrendim.
Okay, he's saying he want to take a rest after this, see what his team comes up with. And something about Tony Bellew. That'd be perfect. That's perfect. Because then that way, if you do move up to heavyweight, you can fight Bellew. He just came off of beating David Haye twice. And Bellew, I believe he's the champion emeritus for the WBC Cruiserweight. Although I don't see him ever coming back down to Cruiserweight. But you can, I think that'd be a good fight, man. I think Usyk could dominate him. And Bellew will come to fight. But I think Usyk just... I think he dominates him. But I think Bellew will sell out more offensively than what Gassiev was doing. Gassiev was literally waiting for the perfect opportunity to throw a punch, and it was never there. Shouts out to Terrence Crawford and Usyk, man. Almost thought Undisputed was just a thing of the past, man. Damn. See what y'all talking about in the chat. Mr. Meaner, he says, Gassiev really bought into that talk about his power. Yeah. And not only just that though, it's just the styles, man. Like right when I seen the style, that's why when the tournament began, my two favorites, like a lot of others, not just me, was Usyk and Breeders, based on that they can mix it up and they got some pop. Usyk is more of an accumulation type guy. He's not going there and just one punch knock you out. He's not the one punch guy, but he has some KOs. A lot of KOs. Well, he doesn't have that many fights, but he has a pretty high number of KOs, and he gets you out of there with accumulation. He can pepper you and get you to the point where it's not even about his power. You can't even see the punches coming. The only thing you can do is put up the high guard and try to defend yourself. You're getting caught with clean shots around the gloves, through the gloves. And then when you open your eyes, he's gone. Once a guy starts doing that over round after round after round after round, it can wear you down. I thought had he invested to the body more, he would have had a chance to stop Gassiev. But Gassiev's tough, The dude is tough. And Gassiev would be back as well, man. That dude ain't no scrub. He just outclassed, style, make fights. I appreciate guys like Terrence Crawford and Usyk, man. Undisputed. And even to Gassiev and Julius Ndongo for them, because they had to agree to it as well, man. I love this. I love this about the sport. I love it when we're not calling 4 different people champ at a division. That's just ridiculous. I always hated that, man. Now, there can be different situations sometimes where, every situation is different, man. Like I remember when Larry Holmes was the champ, right? And Mike Weaver had beat Big John Tate. Now, that situation, this was before the WBA, or I'm sorry, this is before the IBF came into play in 84, I believe the IBF came into play. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I know Lawrence Williams, he may know. I believe it was 84, 83 or something like that. But anyways, when Weaver knocked out Big John Tate in the last round, he was the champ, right? But really, we knew that Larry Holmes was the real champ. And Was it a year before that, a year and a half before that, Holmes had beat Weaver. It was a damn good fight too, but Holmes had beat him. So, situations like that, you may have two title holders, but you know who the champ is. But then there are some divisions where the guys haven't fought each other, undefeated, and they're all, you got two, three dudes undefeated with titles going around calling themselves the champ. All right, let me get back to the chat, read a few of these, y'all, then I'm gonna hop off, man. Let me see here. All right, Ben Lowe says Usyk arguably pound for pound number one, cruiserweight, and actually one of the best divisions in boxing. Usyk has kicked the ass of all of his rivals. Usyk has a better resume than Crawford, and people say Crawford is number one. Hmm. That's up for debate, man. That's up for debate. But Crawford did clean out a division. Now, if you want to have an argument about which division is better, I mean, you can do that. But Crawford has beat some good fighters. Usyk has beat the creme de la creme of his division. You know what I mean? Both guys, man, are both up there. I'm not even going to try to do the argument about which is what's what, but uh, Crawford is my pound for pound number one. But Usyk is definitely up there. Arjun Gunnathy says, I think Moret was a little gun shy and frustrated. Exactly how I thought he would be. Once that movement and Usyk wasn't going to be there to hit, I knew he was. I knew there was going to be some frustration. Just wasn't there to hit, man. Usyk's the wrong guy to put up the high guard and throw one punch at a time and wait for the perfect moment to hit him. He's the wrong guy to do that against. If anything, you have to be able to enjoy a long reach against him to where if you are going to sit and wait, you have an equalizer and you have the reach to where you can keep on the outside of your jab. But the high guard invites him to come in, throw combinations, and then step around you. Come in, throw combinations, step around you. He has a good chin, so he'll be able to take a few of your shots, but he's not going to sit there long to just get into a war with you. And if he does get into a war, it's because he's comfortable in his ability to make you miss and take what you do got and his ability to outthrow you in quicker hands. Let me see here. SJS 1690 says, "Wow, Usyk really did make Gassiev look like a bum in the final round. Stellar performance. Read Gassiev like a book. Yeah, his style was too easy, man. That is too basic, too basic. Good power, but too basic. And Gassiev isn't a combination puncher, and he is a heavy-handed fighter, and I mean that in the way of everything's a shot to knock you out. He doesn't place punches. He doesn't, I'm gonna throw a jab. I'm gonna throw the right hand, but I'm not gonna put everything on it. But I'm gonna put everything on the hook, or I'm gonna throw the jab, put everything on the right hand, and then just pepper you with the hook. He doesn't like disguise and place punches in between his combos. Everything is here comes the left hook, here comes the right hand, here comes the uppercut. Like, it's like Ali Foreman. Sometimes you got to place, man, and Usyk does a great job of placing. Sometimes he'll just throw pepper shots, but then you can see when he sits down and throw one good hard one in between a 4 or 5 punch combination. And that's something that's been long gone in boxing, man. That's why I like. Well, I love the history of the sport. You guys always see me make videos about the '60s and '50s and '70s and '80s and '90s heavyweights. But just looking at styles, man. Like I went back and watched Floyd Patterson, um, and Johansson. I watched the trilogy, and some people say it's due to those guys being smaller, but they were the heavyweights of that time. And it's just the fact that guys were willing to able to punch in combinations more. And I know it's a different division, but just with cruiserweights and heavyweights, sometimes you got guys only want to fight in this jab, jab right hand, jab, jab right hand, left hook type of style, jab. And it's like, dude, where's the 5, 6, and 7s at? You go watch like Michael Dokes and Greg Page, and when Holyfield was at Cruiser and coming up, and these guys throwing in combos, man. But yeah, I was watching that Patterson and Johansson trilogy again the other day, and it was like it just reminded me about how guys threw more in combinations back then, and it was normal. Now you got a guy. If guys do that nowadays, they get tired in the fourth, fifth round. That's when people say people are bigger, stronger, and better. I'm like, are they really? I mean, yeah, they're a little taller, but are they really faster? Really? I don't know about that. Seem more faster in the '80s to me. Shit, they're throwing in six and sevens. These dudes throwing in one, twos, and threes. And if they start throwing in six and sevens, they get gassed out. Maybe it's just me. Cali Meehan, what's good? Is that the real Cali Meehan? What's good though, man? He says, love your work, Mr. Boxing today. Always on point. Appreciate that. Wool Bag, what's good, man? He says, very easy work. Yeah, it was easy work. Floyd Mayweather voice. Easy work. Lawrence Williams says Usyk is the fifth boxer to be undisputed while holding all four belts. Taylor, Hopkins, Crawford. Oh yeah, Breakers. Yeah, the female. Yep, yep. You're right. So I was like, oh, I thought they were, but yeah, got to give her props too. Yeah, some people get really confused with the three belt, two belt, and four belt era. Man, they get real confused by that. Rob Plant was good, man. He says Gassiev did not win a single round. Yeah, that shit was easy work. All right, Al Hammond, he just left a Suge Knight comment about. He says any boxer out there that want to be a boxer and stay a star and don't you don't have to worry about Eddie Hearn trying to be all in the videos. Oh, I got people calling now. All in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to PBC. Uh, all right, man. I'm having plenty of calls coming in. Tripods was good, man. I was trying to be on your live stream, bro. But like you said, you just like me with the phone, and I do not know how to add people to my live to come on as guest on my phone. So, but I definitely was checking you out, man. Then around about round 11, decided to go live and talk about it. Let me leave a quick text. Everybody want to hit me up now. All right, let me see. Vitali Seahawks fan R22 say Usyk and Lomachenko are unreal. Very good boxers, man. Again, they kind of remind me of the guys in other decades with, just the movement and throwing combinations, and trying to throw six and sevens and stuff like that, man. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a second. Y'all give me 1 minute. All right, back to the chat. See what y'all talking about. Let's see here. Chris Howard said he just said he wanting a fight with Bellew. Yep, I heard that. So I'm catching up. Woolbag said I like to see Andre Ward versus Alexander Usyk. That'd be a good fight. Carl Burrell or CB Sports TV was good, man. Gaines PP says since Crawford became undisputed at I think he meant to say at junior. Well, okay, but he says Crawford became undisputed. Let me see. and is getting his shot at welterweight. I want to see Usyk get his shot at heavyweight. Yep. But I mean, shit. Before all that, though, I want to see Undisputed, though, man, at heavyweight. Before, I mean, I like Usyk. Don't get me wrong, man, but I want to see. I know AJ got his fight coming up with Povetkin, but y'all know what I mean. I want to see the Undisputed at heavyweight first. I think Usyk should come up, fight Bellew, test the waters against Bellew, and then try to test the waters against probably a pressure fighter like a Ruiz Jr. I know Chisura has Takam coming up. Maybe, I would favor him in those fights, but just see how he does against a pressure guy, a heavyweight pressure guy. I know Gassiev is a pressure guy, but I'm talking about a guy at heavyweight that can absorb more and shit. Ruiz has pretty fast hands himself and punching, and guys like that, or maybe like a Jarrell Miller. I know a lot of people may think he could just turn those guys, but especially like Jarrell Miller, he has a high volume. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be. There's some intriguing fights there. DB says all the blacks jealous cause Eastern European boxers are taking over. Ha ha ha. You're an idiot. Official AJ, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good, man? Let me see here. See a couple trolls in the building. That's one thing I never got about trolls, man. I mean, I guess a troll gonna be a troll, right? But just talk about the sport. Why you gotta come to troll? That lets me know that some of these trolls are people with real accounts that either make videos or they have regular accounts that they communicate from, but when they want to act like idiots, then they use their other account to say bullshit that they wouldn't normally say. My thing is just use your account that you normally use and just talk your shit. Why do you need to go into the phone booth and, you know what I mean, put on your Superman cape to come out and say shit that you really want to say anyways? You know what I'm saying? Like I never understood that. I ain't gonna never change accounts to say what I want to say ever. I don't get why, but that's the internet, I guess, man. Because I don't just believe. Uh, it is what it is. I'm giving the trolls too much shine as it is. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. What's good, man? I subbed to you yesterday. Uh, I caught a few of your vids this morning, man. Y'all go subscribe to Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. He said, "What's good, bro? I'm looking forward to watching the reply. I'm working now. I think you probably meant to say replay of the fight, but yeah, it was easy work, yo. It was easy work. Saint Cruising, what's good, my brother? He says easy work. Thought it'd be more competitive. Yeah, but then I also had that thought in my head that it can be easy because just based on the styles. A lot of us did too, man. So I'm not gonna act like I'm a prophet. A lot of us thought this based on the styles. All right, man. Somebody says who's trolling. It was a troll up there saying something about whatever stupid shit they said. I forget now. Something that had to do with a whole bunch of nothing. Somebody says, was it Dema Slime 99 UA says, who is the best? Usyk is the best. He's definitely undisputed. He definitely can say that there's nobody in my division that can walk around calling himself champ. Now I do know that Lebedev was he the WBA's champion in the recess, but to tell you the truth though, man, and I know that Gassiev and Dorticos, when they fought that fight, the WBA had elevated Dorticos as their full champion. Because remember, he was just their regular champion. They elevated him as full champion. And I know Lebedev, last I checked, he doesn't know if he's going to come back or not to the sport. But to tell you the truth, though, dude, like when Gassiev beat Lebedev. I know the WBA wasn't on the line, but I never liked that. I think isn't that the same shit that happened with Zab Judah when he lost to Baldermere, where you have two straps, one strap is on the line and you lose, but then you still hold on to the other strap that wasn't on the line. You're not a champ no more. Like you just lost your last fight. Fuck you mean you're a champ? You just lost. You know what I mean? But Gassiev beat Lebedev. So when they still had him as the WBA, I was just scratching my head at that one, man. Like some of these rules, these sanctioning bodies come up with, it's just ridiculous. And James Coleman was good, bro. P Money was good. And Breedis, I wouldn't mind seeing Breedis versus Usyk again. I'm sure Usyk probably doesn't want to do that. And the reason I thought Breedis has success with Usyk is because he can play that game with Usyk. Fight off the back foot, make you miss, come forward, slip to the side, circle around, pepper you with unconventional combinations. Meaning those, these are the types of dudes that can throw double jabs, uh, straight right hand to the body, double left hooks upstairs, then step around and then pepper you with a lead right hand. Like those type of unorthodox type of combinations where your basic trainer in a basic gym don't teach you how to throw these combinations. Keith Thurman is another guy that throws weird looping. He turns his punches over in an unconventional type of way. Guys that have those types of styles that aren't just your basic upright. And a basic upright guy is going to struggle against Usyk. But Breedis can play that game with him. You know what I mean? That's why I thought that fight was very competitive. A lot of people thought Breedis won that fight. Very competitive fight, man. Arsenal Maniac says Usyk has no chance against Bellew. I beg to differ. Arsenal Maniac says UK rules boxing. Fact. Everyone jealous of our talent. We own boxing. Um, that's an opinion. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, I think I would do a video on this, but I have never been a fan of the cruiserweight division. Go watch O'Neal Bell versus Jean Mormek. That was the fight they fought for Undisputed. Um, that was a really good fight. Some good cruiserweight fights over the history, man. Really good fights. Holyfield, Kwawi. I mean, it was some really good fights over the decades. But I get it. Sometimes fans don't like and shit. James Tony. Oh man, who was the fight Tony had? What was the dude's name? Jirov, Vasily Jirov. That was another classic. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, I think they should get rid of the division, and plus all these cruisers will elevate the heavyweight division. What are your thoughts? No, I think they should keep the division because sometimes guys just really aren't heavyweights. But at the same time, no, you have some guys that can overcome that. Michael Moore developed into a good heavyweight. Chris Bird, Evander Holyfield. Some guys can do it. Some guys go up there and they're because some guys might really be more light heavyweight, small cruisers. You get what I'm saying? Uh, so I think the division is needed. What I don't think we need, and I'm not saying you said this, but you guys remember like a few months ago, the WBC was entertaining the thought of a super heavyweight division, which I don't think we need that. But I think the cruiserweight division is nice. I like it. Then it gives guys opportunity if they can do it to win titles at two divisions. You know what I mean? But I like the cruiserweight division. I like it. I like it. I wouldn't want them to get rid of it. All right, y'all. Just want to get on here, man. Talk about this fight. Let me see. I think he should fight Bellew. Usyk, like I said earlier in his chat, stylistically, I like the fight. I think Bellew will sell out if he's getting if Usyk move. If Usyk fights like Usyk, I do think Bellew will try to throw in combinations. He will not just try to wait for the right opportunity. I do think he will sell out throwing punches and just give it what he has. You know what I mean? I do think he will do that. I think he'll open up a lot more than Gassiev. Um, but I just think he's just too slow. You can't hurt what you can't hit. And he's just, Bellew isn't known as this super fast puncher. You know what I mean? I think he's just too slow. But you never know with Bellew, man. You underestimate that dude, he'll end up shocking you, man. But he's tough. And I don't think Bellew really is going to fight anybody else at heavyweight. I know he's talked shit about Tyson Fury. Then he was talking shit about Wilder until they actually met. And then I think he said when Wilder gave him like a hug or something, or they and he said Wilder's arm wrapped around him like an octopus. And that's when he knew that there's no way in hell he could be in there with him. So I don't see Bellew fighting none of those guys. I know he won't fight AJ, so I think this would be a good test for him, or a good fight. I think he'll get beat though, and I think Fury would definitely toy with Tony Bellew. All right, y'all. Congrats to Usyk. Move over Evander Holyfield. Move over Oneil Bell. Usyk becomes the third undisputed cruiserweight champion in the history of the division, man. Till next time, y'all be easy. I'm gone.